I don't know. Might not.
Maybe.
The opinions expressed by the host and guest on this program are solely their own and do not represent the views or opinions of Blind United. We strive to provide diverse perspectives and discussions on our platform, but the opinions expressed should be understood as personal viewpoints and not reflective of Blind United as an organization.
Let's get ready to rumble! Y'all ready for this?
Well, good Tuesday morning to everyone, and welcome to another edition of Coffee Time with Blind United. Of course, I'm Ed, and I got Brittany in here with me today. Good morning, Britt.
Good morning.
And I have a special guest, Miss Monica. How you doing, Monica?
Good morning. How's everyone?
Welcome to the stream, baby.
Thank you.
So anyway, let's get this interest group thing out the way. We got one interest group today. We got Jaws with Andrew Del Castillo. So if you want to know anything about Jaws,
Ed?
I'm sorry.
Isn't it Del Castillo, Ed?
Well, ain't that what I said? Del Castillo?
No, you said Castillo, like tortillo or tortilla.
Okay.
Like you said the
okay. Andrew Del Castillo.
Stio.
Right? Castillo. Okay. Well, he knows who it is when I'm talking to him.
And you need to go to the Spanish lessons.
But I think he's Italian.
Oh, is he? Okay.
Yeah, I think so. I'm not 100% sure, but I think so. But anyway, he runs our Jaws group tonight, so he does this on the second and third Tuesdays of every month at 6 p.m. I mean, he's really, really sharp when it comes to Jaws. He knows inside and out pretty much, more than anybody else that I can think of at this point, So, but anyway, if you want to got any Jaws issues, questions, barriers, want to know something special or whatever, come and check Andy out tonight at 6 p.m. So anyway, what we call this Taco Tuesday, y'all.
Yep.
There used to be a time when I did kind of eat tacos almost every Tuesday, but now I don't.
What kind of tacos you like? You like the hard shell tacos or the soft tacos?
I only like hard shell.
Okay.
I don't like the soft shell. They and depending on the hard shell. I mean, don't get me wrong. Like Taco Bell, I don't like their hard shell. Why? Because it's pre-made, it's pre-formed, it's real, real brittle. I mean, it's basically a giant Dorito chip.
Yeah.
I mean, and once the juices and stuff get to it, they break real easy and all that kind of stuff. So give me a regular old school corn tortilla, fried up, nice and crispy, and stuff it up full. I'm good.
When you and Brittany come out this way, Ed, we're going to take you to a little fast food restaurant. There's a chain, but most of them are out here. It's called Pepe's Mexican food. But they have like the best hard shell tacos, and they also have the best taquitos because it's real guacamole. And And I mean, I don't know. They're kind of a little pricey, I guess. I mean, depending on who you're talking to, but it's like probably $6 for two taquitos. But man, they're super big, and the guacamole on there is very, very good. But it's a little hole in the wall. But that's my favorite place to go get hard shell tacos and taquitos.
I mean, we paid, well, ain't that what we paid for
Oh
the?
yeah, I didn't think about that. We did pay 6.75. Yeah, for those two small ones, but this is way different. Even the guacamole is like
No,
homemade,
no. Well, you said small. I mean, they were actually pretty big to me, in comparison. Don't get me wrong. I do the Marquette's ones. I buy the box of them,
Mm-hmm.
at the market, and those are really skinny. I mean, I can eat about 10 of them damn things.
Yeah.
But but then, and I mean, guacamole. I mean, I did that sauce when we were on Alvera Street, but I'm not really a guacamole eater. You know
Oh,
what I'm
you're
saying?
not?
No,
Oh,
no,
okay.
no. Actually, when I make mine, if I put nacho cheese on them, if I'm just doing them here at the house, throw them on my air fryer, I just cover them up with shredded cheddar cheese and zap them. You know what I'm saying? So sprinkle some tapatio on
Yeah.
them, and I'm good to go. So, but
Yeah,
anyways,
yeah.
so like I said, beginning of the week, I'm back, y'all. Pedro covered for me yesterday, and I guess I'm kind of covering for him today, or we're covering for each other, but we do what we do to make this happen every day. So I'll be gone tomorrow, and hopefully he'll be here.
Yeah,
So,
he's gonna be there. I'm just gonna go by myself, but he's gonna be here.
so well, I appreciate it. We're just trying to keep this thing flowing. Like he said, we're trying to, get our ratings and stuff up, get our subscriptions up, get our viewer hours up. We're trying to find an angle to help, maybe create an income for Blind United. YouTube is one way for that to happen. So I'm not expecting it to happen overnight, but somewhere down the road, hopefully it'll happen. So, but anyway, I'm gonna get into some of this commercial stuff out the way, and before I get into these articles, let me get her. So let me do that, and I'll be right back.
If you'd like to know more about Blind United, you can visit our website at blindunited.org. You can email us at info@blindunited.org. You can call us at 909-846-8825. You can follow us on Instagram at Blind United Interest Groups. You can follow us on X at Blind United 22. You can watch our YouTube channel, Blind United. You could join our Facebook group, Blind United Interest Groups, or you can follow our Facebook page, Blind United.
Feeling lucky? Join Blind United for a thrilling day at Viejas Casino and Resort. Slaw Machine. Mark your calendars for Friday, August 9th. We're rolling out from 2 locations, Montclair and Buena Park at 9 a.m. sharp, so don't be late. For just $21, you can enjoy a ride filled with fun, refreshments, and the chance to win big. Remember, space is limited, and the deadline for your payment is July 20th. All bookings are non-refundable after July 20th. Bring your poker face and your ID and get ready for a day of excitement and entertainment. No worries about the drive. We've got you covered. You can just relax there and back. Book your spot now. Contact Cheryl at 909-821-9589, see Thurston74@gmail.com, or Pedro at 323-631-2122, P. Aguilera at blindunited.org. Let's hit the jackpot together. You can sell your payments to Blind United Incorporated by using the email blindunited2022@gmail.com.
So just so everybody understands, contact Cheryl if you want to get on that bus in Montclair. Contact Pedro if you want to get on the bus in Buena Park. Each of those are being responsible for those 2 buses. So depending on what bus you want to get on, that's the person you contact. So Anyway,
I can't
we're
wait for this Saturday.
well, yeah. I mean, and I didn't play that. I actually pulled that commercial down for those that missed out on it. We're gonna have a great time.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna have our turn it up and paint party / pool party, whatever you want to call it. Out here in Fontana, at the home of Cheryl and Daryl Thurston. They are allowing us to come and take over their property.
Yeah.
But no, we're really good. We got I don't know what we got, over 25 from our people coming, so ought to be pretty good. Have a nice little piece of fun, and might even hold a little competition to see who does the best artwork. Showing their creativity and whatnot, and all that good stuff. So I mean, we do have specially done canvases, so even though folks may be blind, they can feel the lines of, the image that's on the screen, and you just fill it in like you would back in the day when you had a coloring book. So,
Yeah.
I think the kits I ordered have got like 11 or 12 different colors, plus it's got another 6 wells for you to mix colors in. So, hey, you can get as creative if you want to with all that. So,
Yeah.
I just want people to have fun with it, enjoy these carne asada nachos and stuff like that. So, and then if, like you said, if you want, go take a dip in the pool. You know what I'm saying? Cool off, relax, and you know what I'm
And
saying?
it's gonna be hot that day. It's almost gonna be 100, so
Yeah,
that's gonna
yeah,
work out good,
yeah. I think it's supposed to be something like 97 or something like that. So,
Yeah.
speaking of weather, you know what I'm gonna do?
Hmm.
I got one of these articles. It's almost like a public service announcement. So, uh, people don't realize this is kind of early for us to be getting this hot.
Yes.
I mean, I can't remember, a time in my life, and I know I'm the oldest one in here right now, but I can't remember never really getting this hot this early in the year.
Wasn't 2022 the hottest summer, or 2023 the hottest summer, and then 2022 was the hottest summer before that, and it seems like every summer it keeps getting hotter.
Right,
From
but
my
starting
understanding.
but starting this early in June, that's what I'm saying. I mean, normally, is the end of July, August, September, October, it's really hot, but
But
in
you're right,
June,
Ed, because my cousin is a captain for the Pasadena Fire Department, and he actually is up north fighting the fire. And his mom wrote, because we're in a group chat, like a family chat, and she said that usually it happens in July where he has to leave, like, Pasadena to go somewhere else.
right,
And this year he's already up there fighting the fire, and
yeah,
she's kind of worried about him because she hasn't talked to him in 2 days, and he's up there fighting that fire. But it's true,
yeah,
like what you said, that it usually happens in July that she's always, worried about him because he has to always leave. But this time it's June, so
right.
you're right about, it's
Uh,
starting early.
so I mean, but it's not happening just here; it's happening all over. So let's play this article, and we can talk a little bit about it on the other end. So be right
Okay.
back.
Millions face record high temperatures as heat dome intensifies over U.S. Cities in Midwest and Northeast brace for heat wave, with some to experience highs of 105 F, 25 degrees above normal. Extreme heat has begun to hit the U.S., delivered by a high-pressure weather pattern that the Federal Weather Prediction Center says will be potentially the longest experienced in decades for some locations. According to meteorologists with Weather Bell Analytics, about 265 million people in the U.S. are forecast to see air temperatures reach or exceed 90 F, 32 C, with many of them experiencing heat indices of about 105 F by next Sunday. The system, an upper-level ridge of high pressure, is expected to bring record-breaking temperatures in the 90s and beyond. Some areas will experience temperatures as high as 105 F or 25 degrees above normal. Cities forecast to be hit by the heat wave include Chicago, St. Louis, Indianapolis, Detroit, Cleveland, Cincinnati, Pittsburgh, Philadelphia, Boston, New York City, and Albany, New York. The anticipated heat wave is caused by a heat dome, ridges of high pressure that trap warming air beneath and block other, milder weather systems from moving through. That has been building in intensity in the Ohio Valley and lower Great Lakes and is now forecast to move east-northeast. New York City activated an emergency plan for the dangerously high heat, which included opening cooling centers in preparation for this week. We want to be clear, this is extremely hot for June, and New Yorkers should not underestimate the heat, New York Mayor Eric Adams said in a press conference on Monday. With climate change leading to more frequent and intense heat, summers are different than they were before, and so we should expect and be prepared for the hot weather that is coming. He added that city officials are also monitoring air quality. Smoke from last year's Canadian wildfires notably traveled thousands of miles away, blanketing parts of the U.S.'s East Coast, including New York City. Even in mild, Atlantic-bordering states such as Maine forecasters have said they expect record warm overnight minimum temperatures and daytime highs well into the 90s. The National Weather Service station in Caribou, Maine, said that temperatures would soar under an anomalously upper-level high-pressure system, and multiple days of record-breaking temperatures will lead to dangerous heat without a chance for reprieve overnight. Forecasters in Boston say that temperatures touching 100 F would challenge all-time record highs for the month of June. Despite the high temperatures, several beaches across Massachusetts are closed to swimming due to high bacteria levels. State officials warned residents to find another way to cool off or else risk their health. The Centers for Disease Control, CDC, and the National Weather Service recently introduced a color numeric-based heat risk index system to provide a risk guidance for those decision makers and heat-sensitive populations. The index takes into consideration how unusual the heat is for the time of year, the duration of the heat including both daytime and nighttime temperatures, and if those temperatures pose an elevated risk of heat-related impacts. This level of rare and/or long-duration extreme heat with little to no overnight relief affects anyone without effective cooling and/or adequate hydration. Impacts likely in most health systems, heat-sensitive industries, and infrastructure, the index warns. Now back to the coffee time crew.
I mean, again, like I said, this is way early in the year for all this stuff. I mean, again, we're out here. We expect our weather to start getting hot at a certain point. I mean, but back there on the Northeast and all of that, I mean, they really don't start getting their higher temperatures until, again, late July, August, September. I mean, I know it gets really, really hot in New York and whatnot during the summer, but think about it. It's got a lot of concrete, all them old skyscrapers, steel and concrete and all that stuff. And so, I mean, a lot of that heat is also generated from them buildings, soaking in all that heat. Plus there's no breeze or nothing that can blow through that city like that. We're lucky we don't have all that except in our downtown areas. We got them higher buildings, but pretty much the rest of what we got is flat, single-story, double-story homes, not very much high rises. So, we get a lot of breeze, and they're right on the ocean, and it's not helping. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I don't know. Again, to me, the East Coast is, I mean, have you guys any of you been in the Atlantic Ocean and felt the difference in the temperature? I mean, I went a while back and, man, that water's warm. I mean, it's, we go to beach down in Venice, Santa Monica, anywhere on
The
California.
water's cold, but on the Atlantic, it is warm.
Yeah, it's very, very warm. You don't even realize it's as warm as it is. I mean, you walk in, oh man, this is nice. They ain't no worried about trying to get used to it and nothing. You just go jump right on in. It's nice and comfortable,
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, I don't think that has anything to do with this heat thing. I mean, they're talking about a heat dome, whatever. But again, it's early in the year. It's happening. It's getting hotter every year. It's starting to get hotter earlier every year. Even the winters, they get colder every year.
That is very true. And I'm pretty sure a lot of these places are not prepared for heat. You know, at least in California, we know what to expect. We know what to do. You know, I mean, what about the people who don't have AC? You know, I'm pretty sure they'll set up cooling systems or centers, but still.
I mean, thank God for my AC. I mean, I try not to turn it on until I absolutely have to, but thank God I got it for when I need it, because I can't do heat like that no more. You know, back in the day, it didn't bother me at all. I'd be out there on my motorcycle, wind and heat in my face, just rolling through Death Valley or whatever. It didn't matter. Bugs between my teeth and all that good stuff. So,
Wow.
I know that's a lot of information, right? But you got to remember, Brittany, I come from an era where we didn't have to wear helmets. So, just like people get them bugs on their windshield on the motorcycle, you ain't got no windshield. So you get hit with bugs right in the face. You better have you some sunglasses on just in case one hits you somewhere around the eyes. Okay, so but again, this weather is I mean, I'm gonna go ahead and say it. I know it's not politically correct to say it or whatever. It's global warming, y'all. It's global warming. People don't realize what we're doing to our planet. I mean, I'm sorry, but we're doing damage to our planet. I mean, don't get me wrong. I love driving cars and high horsepower motors and
love all that stuff.
All that stuff, but it's just not good for the planet. It's not. I mean, we got to find a better way to do this. I mean, hey, I'm not against electric cars and all that kind of stuff. Maybe we can save, burning gas for the motor sports rather than everyday usage. You know what I'm saying? I don't know.
Right.
I mean, I don't know. But chopping down trees and stuff. No, we need to be planting trees. We need to be going out into all up there by where you at, Britain, fill that desert up with trees. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, totally.
We need it. I mean, it puts oxygen in the air, all that kind of good stuff. I mean, it helps the soil out and stuff. I mean, look at where some of these other countries, the first ones I seen doing it were like over in Saudi Arabia and stuff like that, because they don't have a lot of water and stuff over there. But, they're creating these different rivers and doing different things to collect water. But I seen a thing just the other day as well. They're now doing it also in Australia.
Wow, that's interesting.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I tell you about that one thing where they actually hang like these nets up and they collect the dew, that early morning dew.
Yeah. No, I've never heard of that.
Well, bottom line, they collect the dew, and then when the dew runs off of the net and they capture that water.
Okay.
That's just one method they have to,
I mean, that's really
water.
smart. There's a lot of innovative ways to combat climate change, and, that's good.
Right. I mean, again, you got to do what you got to do. I mean, other countries, they don't really give a damn about it, whatever, like they say China. I mean, and I'm saying they say because I ain't never been there, so I don't know. I mean, I know we've seen pictures of them, even when I could still see. They've been wearing face masks for, decades.
Yes, that's what I've heard. A lot of the Asian countries wear the face masks and things.
Right. So I mean, but again, we got to take care of the planet. I mean, we only get one. I mean, yeah, you got folks like Elon Musk and Elon Musk and folks like that with billions and billions and billions of dollars. They trying to find a way off the planet, but they ain't gonna take us with them.
No, they're probably not going to take the poor people with them when they go off the planet.
I mean, come on now. They ain't concerned about us. They concerned about, themselves. I mean, they going to leave us right down here with all of this stuff. You know what I'm saying? So, again, I hate to go there, but we got to take care of the planet. I mean, I ain't gonna be here that much longer. I don't know how much longer, but again, I'm on the downside of it. So but man, I got great grandbabies. You know what I'm saying? I want a planet to still be here for them. I want to, I don't want them to live in a futuristic kind of thing like Road Warriors or something like that. You know what I'm saying?
No,
Yeah.
we understand it. Yeah.
A lot of these different science fiction movies we've seen, where the planet is basically destroyed. And nah, come on now, let's not do that. I mean, would they say we're right there on that point right now? If we don't do something now, or maybe we're already just a little bit beyond that point, to actually have an opportunity to turn things around. So, I mean, again, we got to do what we got to do. So, anyway, any comments down there,
No, we do not have any comments this morning.
Okay, well, you got Tisha backstage, so she might be in the private chat.
Oh, okay.
But
I didn't know that.
Yeah. So, but anyway, we got to do what we can to save this planet. I mean, I love what they're doing. This new stuff they're doing to help capture plastic and all that stuff before it actually gets out into the ocean. They're cleaning they're setting up things that are like where the rivers dump into the ocean and stuff to capture all the plastic and stuff and keep it from getting out there. I mean, they're getting tons and tons and tons of waste. That would normally just wash right out in the ocean. Can you imagine a thing the size of Texas out in the middle of the Pacific Ocean and it's just plastic waste? The size of Texas.
That's insane.
And then you think about it takes you 2 days to drive across Texas.
Yeah, no, that's true.
Well, here's the crazy part. So to drive across Texas at 55, 60 miles an hour, it's 2 days, right?
Mm-hmm.
Them boats don't run but 20, 30 miles an hour. It probably takes them a week to get across from one side of that thing to the other.
That's insane.
So, I mean, again, we got to do what we got to do. There's got to be a better way to do some of this stuff. And, I'm thankful for everybody that's out there trying to do what they can to make it better. I do my part the best I can. And, I try to recycle whenever I can and all that kind of stuff. So, that's all little bit. If everybody does a little bit of something, once you put it all together, then it's a whole lot of something. So it is what it is. So,
Paul said good morning. Well, Paul, when you're not busy drinking mimosas on the beach, you can come on Coffee Time and give us your opinion on climate change or whatever else we're going to be talking about.
Okay. Yeah. So anyway, Paul, he's enjoying his retirement life right now. He's newly retired. That's maybe a week right now, not even a full week yet.
Yeah, I believe it's probably about maybe not a week yet, or almost a week.
So enjoy your mimosas, my brother. We ain't going nowhere. We'll be here whenever you decide you want to come on. No big issue. So the other stuff I got, where am I at here? We got 2 different articles in here about this iPhone and AI and all this other kind of stuff. So I'm going to go ahead and try to get them out of the way. And
well, while you're doing that, Thomas from Colorado said good morning, and then that it's very hot in Colorado, which is crazy because I would think that it would be nice or decent, but I guess they're probably experiencing a little bit of a heat dome too. So good morning, Thomas.
That's right. Good morning, Thomas. So, all right, here's the first one. We've had this one here to be played for a while now, so I'm gonna play it before I play the follow-up to it. So we'll talk about this one, then we'll play the other one.
iOS 18 is coming, but which iPhones will support it? At the June 10th, 2024 Apple WWDC presentation, the brand revealed its latest software including iOS 18, as we speculated. While hardware updates only affect users gearing up for the new devices, most Apple users will see the benefits of the latest integrations and updates. But which iPhones are getting the iOS 18 update? iOS 18 brings significant redesigns to the iPhone Control Center, as well as updates to the Messages and Photo apps. But later this year, Apple is bringing its own brand of AI called Apple Intelligence. Not to mention, ChatGPT is coming to Siri. Here's what we know so far. iPhones getting the iOS 18 treatment. The current software, iOS 17, supports iPhone XRs or newer, so we venture to assume that the update will cover the same models. We do know only iPhone 15 Pro and Pro Max phones will be able to utilize Apple's AI systems, so those looking to try it out will need to upgrade their device. What to know about iOS 18? Before the announcement at Apple WWDC, we anticipated iOS 18 would bring heavy changes compared to other software updates. The updates to iOS affect the most frequently used apps like Messages and Photos. With iOS 18, you can customize your phone to the highest degree. Apps can be adjusted around the screen to frame your wallpaper, and you can adjust the color and tint of your apps for a more cohesive look. If you're sick of accidentally turning on the flashlight because of its place on your lock screen, you can swap it out for other options, including Snapchat, even though we're not sure why you'd need such quick access to it. Plus, you can now lock and hide apps on your phone, which may or may not result in the end of a few relationships. Messages is getting an upgrade, too. Your favorite tapbacks are getting redesigned, but now you'll be able to react to a message with any emoji. Get vocal in your messages by using bold, italic, and strike-through text, and never forget to send a birthday text again with scheduled sends. According to Apple, Photos is getting its largest redesign yet with a new single-scroll photo grid. There are ways to filter your entire library, removing screenshots from cluttering your screen. Plus, it will recognize groups of people and your pets for better collections. During the June 10th Apple WWDC event, the Fruit Company debuted a lot of new features in thorough detail, but provided no date for when iOS 18 will be rolled out. Vaguely, they mentioned iOS debuting this summer with some features to be rolled out later in fall. If you're giddy over the new developments coming to iOS 18, but your phone isn't covered, it's time for an upgrade. While we don't know all of the models that support iOS 18, we do know that the iPhone 15 Pro will, as its action button is becoming customizable. Now back to the coffee time crew.
I've said this as we've been talking about it leading up to it. I mean, I think it's wrong that, only 15 Pro and then, the upcoming 16 Pro is only the ones who are going to be able to take advantage of the AI. I just think it's wrong.
I mean, that's really unfair to the people who have older phones, elderly people who may not want to upgrade or maybe can't afford to upgrade. It's very unfair to them, but I'm pretty sure, I could be wrong. I'm not tech savvy at all, but I'm assuming that the older phones probably don't have the power to run these the AI. I'm assuming.
And I'm not going to argue because I'm not, all that tech savvy myself. Like just for instance, I did need a new phone. I did find out that, LiDAR was a thing I was interested in. So, I mean, once I realized, okay, well, you got to have a pro model in order to be able to utilize the LiDAR stuff. I was okay, well, I mean, what, I don't know. Did they have a 12 Pro? I don't know. I know they had a 13 Pro, 14. And, I said, you know what? I had an XR, so let me just go ahead and buy the latest phone, which was a 15 at the time, and I'll be good for a while. And now I'm kind of glad I did, simply because of all this AI stuff coming in. But uh, I mean, again, it's just I don't know. It's like selling a car without wheels on it or something. That's the way I kind of feel. You know what I'm saying? It's like your phone is now going to be incomplete.
I mean, I believe that that's also a way to force people to upgrade, because I've read a couple of articles that have stated that people aren't upgrading their phones as much, especially iPhones. If your phone lasts 3, 4, 5 years, most people are keeping their phones for that long. So therefore, Apple isn't getting as much money. So they got to find a reason to force you to upgrade, because usually it's just, okay, upgrade from iPhone 13 to 14. The camera's better. It's a little bit faster, but the average person can't tell, oh, my phone's a little bit faster. Oh, the camera's a little bit better. So they're like, okay, no, I'm not going to upgrade until something really, really crazy, another really, really crazy feature is put on my phone. So I think this will give people a reason to upgrade.
Well, I mean, and I agree on that. I mean, and we've known for a long time, that okay, after a certain period of time, the older your phone is, when you do them updates, your phone really starts doing some really way out stuff. It gets to a point to where, it's no longer supported, but, you know, we just turn the updates off and, we just use the phone as long as we can. Because again, like you said, especially our community, I mean, again, with being 70% unemployed, a lot of our folks can't afford a new phone every 2 years or whatever, or every year, I mean, even myself, I mean, I get on a plan, it takes me 2 years to pay off my phone. So, and then I'm not trying to turn it in 2 years later. I mean, I just got rid of a payment. Why do I want to start another one? That doesn't make any sense. I'm gonna ride my phone out until I got to get another one, until I'm forced to get one. I mean, I was kind of there, when I got this one because, I mean, XR, if I remember right, we did something not that long ago that made the statement that XR is going to fall off this year. I don't think that 18 is going to support XRs. You got to be above all that. So, just to be able to upgrade to 18, that's
Right.
that ain't got nothing to do with the fact that I'm not going to be able to, if I, again, you might have that 11 or 12, whatever the case may be. Okay, it'll take the 18 update, but you're still coming up short because why? You're not going to have all them AI features, so it's kind of jacked up on that note. So
No, and I just feel bad for the people who are going to have to get new phones, or if they can't get new phones for whatever reason, they're just stuck with a phone that they can't update. And eventually it's going to become a really expensive brick.
paperweight, whatever, I mean, and not only that, it's not worth anything. I mean, if you turn it in, they don't want it. They, what are we going to do with this? Ain't nothing they can do with it. It's scrap. So
Exactly.
again,
Well, even if you turn in, like, let's just say I were to get a new phone today, they would probably only give me like $50-$60 for my phone, if that.
right. But you got what, a 12, 13?
I have a 12.
Yeah. So, I mean, again, so you're 3 behind, about to be 4 behind. So, I mean, that makes sense. But like, for instance, some folks we know that still have 8s. There's nothing they can do with them.
No, there's nothing you can do with that.
I mean, and I got in on a plan to where they gave me, what would they give me? Like 300 for my XR.
Mm-hmm.
But normally I wouldn't have got, but like you said, $50-$60 for it.
Yeah, exactly.
So I got it on some kind of promotion where they gave me, $300 for mine. Oh, okay, let me go ahead and take that, And then they said, okay, well, we don't apply that to it until after we get the phone.
There's always some rule.
Well, they want to take a good look at it, make sure it's not, cracked screen or whatever. Plus, remember the XR kind of had like a glass case.
Yeah,
yeah. So I mean, I like the 15. That's what's got the titanium case on it. It feels good. It's nice. It feels healthier. It feels stronger. So
right.
You were paying enough for them. They should be something like that, right? So
they should be.
But again, it goes back to my thing about corporate America. I mean, all they do is sit there in them boardrooms. They get paid millions and millions and millions of dollars a year to sit there and figure out how to get more money out of us. And this is one of them. It's sad that it's so drastic with this thing here, but all I can say is maybe somebody come up with a program where, for I don't know, they ain't gonna give nothing away. So, but there's people out there that could really use the newer phones, and I mean, the AI is it's a great thing to have. It's part of our life now, and by the time people, get a phone that they can, it might be their first experience with AI. It takes a minute to understand how to use it and all this other kind of stuff.
I mean, to be fair, AI is not hard to use. If I can use it, anybody can use it. But I think that people do need to experience it.
A little disclaimer, y'all. Brittany is always selling herself short. She's actually a very intelligent young lady and has a lot of technical skills. She just plays herself really, really she downplays herself. So, but
maybe Brittany, that's the thing we can do, Ed, is get iPhones into the hands of blind people who wouldn't otherwise be able to get them, because I think this AI is going to do amazing things for blind people. Like the video that Pedro showed yesterday, the AI is going to be able to flag down a taxi in real time. That would be game changing. That would almost be like being able to see.
Right. And again, I'm chomping at the bits, as us old folks say, waiting on that to happen. I mean, that was a produced video. Again, it showed that, that they were interacting with a live stream, a live video, all that kind of stuff. But the reaction time within the produced video was instantaneous. I mean, until I actually have witnessed that and been able to interact that way.
It's one of those things you believe it, you'll believe it when you experience it yourself.
Exactly.
I get that.
The potential is there.
No, the potential is definitely there. I mean, I know now, Be My AI and seeing it, all this stuff, it's a little clunky, especially with Be My AI. Be My AI, you got to take a picture of it. It makes a little do processing noise. Then it, tells you the description of whatever you took a picture. So that takes a couple of seconds, but I see in the near future, maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, but in a couple of years, it actually being able to analyze things in real time. I mean, according to all the different podcasts and TV shows that I've watched, 60 Minutes, whatever, about AI, it's learning every day. It's getting smarter every day. Every experience it has with
I agree.
everybody is teaching it, and it's retaining all that information. It's not like me and Ed, where we're learning things every day, but we're probably retaining some of it, not all of it, but it's a large language model. So it is basically learning from every experience that it has.
But again, it's gotta have a lot going on for me to stand there on the boulevard and say, okay, you know what? I need to get a cab. Let me know when a cab is coming. Oh, you have a cab approaching from the left. Start waving now. I mean, come on. That's a lot. That's a lot.
No. I know it's not here today, but I do see in the next 10 years, maybe that will be a possibility.
Well, today, I hope it happens sooner than that. But, again, I'm just saying not right now today. I'm just thinking it's a glimpse of what is in the very, very near future, and I'll be glad for when that comes. Man, I'd love to, again, go back to one of my other pet peeves, get me some sort of a wearable that's not assigned to a specific app. Just give me a pair of wearables that I can connect to my phone and use whatever's on my phone. But, being able to connect that and have my wearable glasses on, with the camera in them and say, you know what, I'm getting kind of hungry. What kind of food stuff we got on this block? Where's the closest whatever? You know what I'm saying? And, oh, okay, it's right in front of you, about 500 feet to the left or to the right or whatever the case may be, and then I mean, who knows? It might even be able to give you turn by turn directions at that point,
Right.
So I mean, there's a lot of potential there, and
and then the other tools that iOS 18 has, I'm excited for this AI to be able to write emails with it or text messages, grammar check. I like the idea also with iOS 18 not having the flashlight icon on my front screen, because as a blind person, I've accidentally turned on my flashlight and then wondered, oh my God, why is my phone hot? So it'd be cool to replace that app with something else. And I think that's great for the cheaters that we have a way to lock certain apps. You can lock your WhatsApp, your Messenger, your messaging app. So good for them, I guess. Anything that could be used for good can be used for evil. Oh.
Well, that's true. That's absolutely true. And I don't know. Maybe I'm missing something, Brittany, but I only get that flashlight icon when I go to my notification screen. It's not on my home screen.
Yours isn't on the home screen?
No.
Oh, that's weird, because my flashlight app is on the bottom left-hand corner of the home screen.
In the dock, or
no, like let's say your phone is locked.
So, okay, again in the locked position, then I got easy access to it, but I rarely lock my phone like that,
Okay. Thomas wanted to know, have you heard of the Ray-Ban Meta smart glasses?
Again, they're specific to Meta. I mean, they only interact with the only other app that I know of that they interact with is Ira. But again, if you're not doing Facebook stuff, Meta stuff, then they're just sunglasses. Again, don't get me wrong, they're the cheapest ones on the market right now. But again, give me a pair of glasses with a camera on it that just connect to my phone, and anything that's on my phone where I can do stuff, with access to the camera, whether it's the camera on the back of my phone or whether it's the camera in my wearables, I mean, the Envision, it basically only works with Envision and Ira. Ira, they want to be everywhere. So they're sharing their stuff like that. But I mean, again, most of these things, it's not a universal wearable. So what? Now we got to go buy 2-3 different wearables. That doesn't make any sense. Some of these, like the Envision ones, I think the basic ones are like $1,800. And that's just to read text. If you want the one with AI and stuff in it, it's $2,400, something like that. So again, come on, man. Look, we got to work this out. I mean, and you're trying to serve a community that's 70% unemployed. That's who you're selling this stuff to. You're forcing us to have to go and get it from Department of Rehab. You're making the taxpayers, in essence, pay for this stuff for us. And that's not fair to them. But let me get down off my soapbox.
Hey, Ed, if it don't make dollars, it don't make sense. I mean, there are some vendors who don't even want to mess with you if you're not Department of Rehab because they know they're going to get their money or they're going to get the most amount of money that they can get. And I'm not mad at them. People got to eat and stuff. But, that sucks because not every blind person has Department of Rehabilitation for whatever reason. It doesn't work out or whatever, and that's really unfair to them.
I mean, and we know that for sure. Why? Because that's part of the reason why we started Blind United. There's that gap of people that qualify for services, and then there's a group of people that don't qualify for services. But bottom line, everybody deserves to get the training. Everybody needs to know how to access the internet. Everybody. Come on. I mean, almost everything we do nowadays, we pay our bills online. You know what I'm saying? We shop online. I mean, all of this various stuff, we've got technology tied to it. But yet, just because a person doesn't qualify for services, they don't deserve to know how to, access their bank or whatever, through an app or whatever the case may be. No, that's not right. So, again, that's part of why we started Blind United, to try to, bridge that gap and help those people out, and give them the free training that we give them. Like tonight, Jaws. Come on, man. I mean, George, one of our board members and group leaders, he's a vendor in Texas. He gets paid $75 an hour to teach Jaws. Well, he gets $75 to teach you whatever he's teaching you. Here in California, I mean, it's $100 an hour, So come on, man. I mean, who can afford that? That rehab. That's who is rehab? Taxpayers. Taxpayers are paying for all of that stuff. People are in it for the money. They're not in it for, trying to help people, in my opinion. I mean, again, it's my opinion, I'm not saying don't take the money if it's available, but at the same time, don't deny somebody if they don't have the quality, if they don't qualify.
That's one thing about Blind United. We don't care what your situation is, if you're rich, poor, fat, skinny, what religion, what political party. We love everybody. We want to help everybody, and we try our best to achieve that, So everything that we do is free. And if you'd like to donate, you can visit our website, blindunited.org, and there's instructions on how to donate. You can also write us a check. You can do it the old school way, or you can sell Blind United Inc. at blindunited2022@gmail.com. Every little bit helps, guys. None of this stuff is free. Zoom isn't free. StreamYard isn't free.
And let's not forget that we give away scholarships. We're really trying to help people in our community. Like I said, we just gave away to over We gave away $2,000. You know what I'm saying? You know, I mean, we're going to try and do something a little different now where we're, you know, I mean, don't get me wrong. We love the college kids. We love people trying to further their education and stuff like that. But in that, we also leave some folks behind. You know, again, some folks don't qualify for services. So therefore, you know, kind of what you was hitting at earlier, Britt, helping somebody get an iPhone or helping somebody, get a current version of JAWS or whatever the case may be, or maybe they just need a new keyboard or something. You know what I'm saying? Just being able to help people get past whatever their barrier that they're dealing with right now, I think is a very, very important thing to do. You know, especially in the name of the man that we're doing this all, and less about it. That's the man he was. You know, he met you where you was at. Oh, you need a keyboard? Oh, okay, no problem. Oh, you need a computer? No problem. I mean, he wasn't getting you a brand new computer, but you had a good computer. It worked. Keyboards, they might have been new. Maybe they wasn't new. It just depends on what he came up on, but his whole goal was to just try to help people where they were at, with what they needed in that moment. So,
and I believe that's one of Blind United's goals, to meet people where they are and not judge them and just help them out. Whenever we see a need, we try our best to fill that need. We're building bridges, closing gaps, and making connections, guys.
That's what our mission is all about, so but anyway, yeah, it's we got a few more minutes left, so there's no need me even thinking about that other article. Again,
I have some things to say, I guess. You can give. You can donate to youcangive.org. You can go on the website. You can get a shipping label and give your old, raggedy, beat up canes. It doesn't matter if it's missing a cord, the cord's broken, it's chipped, the painting on the cane, whatever is going on with that cane. It's missing a tip. Jimmy will take it. He gives out canes to countries where it would be really, really, really difficult to purchase a cane. Either they're really expensive in that country and it would cost a whole month's worth of food and rent, and these people just can't get canes. I can't imagine my life without my cane. So youcangive.org. Or if you don't want to do that, you can email us at info@blindunited.org and we can send you a shipping label, and you could send the cane to us and we can refurbish it and we can give it to Jimmy. Or if you just don't have a cane, maybe you're sighted and you just want to donate to this great cause, youcangive.org. And every little bit counts, every dollar, every whatever, and because going to these countries is expensive, So youcangive.org. Or if you'd like to help in another way, customcane.com. That's custom with a K, guys. And you can get a cane with your favorite sports team, your favorite color, maybe your business logo, maybe blinged out, maybe bedazzled, maybe whatever you want, whatever kind of charm you want, whatever kind of tip you want. That's custom with a K. And he also sells cane accessories, cane pouches, cane lights, telescoping canes. There's all types of things. So just wanted to say that.
I appreciate it. Jimmy does a lot of great work. Again, I'm a big fan of Jimmy. I literally have 5 canes right now that are all from him, various canes. I mean, sometimes I just scratch my head. Okay, what cane do I want to carry today? Like I carried my gold cane yesterday. This morning I grabbed my eyeball cane. A couple of days ago I was carrying my American flag cane. It's just, it's just nice to have that variety. Plus, for me and what I'm trying to do as far as creating awareness and stuff like that, I also found that my canes are a great conversational starter. People see my canes and, man, why your cane like that? It's just, it just gets a conversation started, and then I'm able to create that awareness with them. So, Again, it's just, and every dime that goes into custom cane that you spend, I mean, you know, it's a way for you to feel like you're getting something out of it. You know what I'm saying? Go buy you some accessories. You know, whatever the profit is that he's making off of what he sells you, all that goes right into You Can't Give. I mean, he's not putting it in his pocket. He's not, you know, out there just hanging out, going all wowing out with your money. No, Jimmy has been doing this for quite a few years. Jimmy's already given out over 2,500 canes. Jimmy's been to, he's all South America. He's been to, you know, a lot of different stuff in Latin America. He's been over into Africa, 2-3 different countries, you know, just places where people cannot get canes. I mean, when he was going to school, he was doing some research and he found out that not everybody around the planet has a cane. Not everybody around the planet can afford to get a cane or whatever. And, you know, like I said, he's a guide dog user, but he's been selling canes for a very long time. And that's how he supported himself when he was going through college. So once he got his degree and all that stuff started working and started You Can't Give, he turned the business over to You Can't Give. So, you know, so it's a beautiful thing. Jimmy's doing a lot of beautiful work. So on that note, we are right here at the end of it, Brittany.
All right. Well, it's been a great day. I've enjoyed talking with you, Ed and Monica. So another one in the books, guys.
Yeah, I appreciate everybody for coming in. I appreciate everybody that was chatting. Tisha, I appreciate you listening in from the background and all that good stuff. So
Thomas, Paul, everybody in the comments, thank you.
Everybody that may check this out a little bit later. I mean, again, do us a favor, a couple quick things that would really, 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 really help. Number one, if you're on Facebook, please, please, please run by our Blind United Facebook page and follow us over there. We're trying to get those follows up over there since Meta is trying to play games with us and doesn't necessarily want us to go live over there right now. They did change the rules. So get our followers up. I think we probably need about another 5, 10 more people to follow us over there and we can go live again over there. Number two, we're trying to grow our YouTube presence as well. So, you know, if you watch YouTube, please run over there, like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. That way you'll know when we're doing anything. In the future, we're going to be doing more on YouTube and stuff like that, more than just coffee time. We're going to have other programming in the very near future that, you know, that has to do with our community and so on and so forth. So all that being said, I appreciate everybody. Everybody enjoy their tacos today or whatever you may do on this beautiful Tuesday afternoon. And again, I won't be here tomorrow. Pedro will be here. I'm pretty sure Britt will be here with him. And
yeah, I don't have a life. I'll be here. But if you'd like to be on the show, info@blindunited.org.
You amaze me, Brittany. You got more friends than you know what to do with, but you don't have a life. Come on. We're going to do a poll. Everybody, well, let me think of the poll. I'll tell you about it when I'm back on Thursday. I'll figure it out.
And stay tuned for Mimosas with Paul. It could be like Ask Paul and for Sandra. It could be like the strawberry letter.
Why not? Something like that anyway. But anyway, you guys enjoy your Tuesday, and we will definitely talk to you tomorrow. And I will see you guys again on Thursday. So have a great day. And don't forget to join us tonight at 6 o'clock for Basic Jaws with Andrew. What's his last name, Britt? Since I always mess it up.
Del Castillo.
Del Castillo.
Mm-hmm. Remember, Mr. Bautista said you got to A, B, C, D, E, F. You know your alphabet, Ed. That's the important part about Spanish. Or everything's spelled how it sounds or whatever. I don't know.
Sounds good. Everybody have a great day. We'll see you guys on the next one.